calories. That's always fun. I need to change the title of this. Oops, I forgot to change it from the unschooling. My bad. It's supposed to be 30-pound down challenge. It's part of the unschooling, but still. So, weighed in this morning, 215, and so the first weigh-in was supposed to be September 3rd, or the last weigh-in. But I think we're gonna do the weigh-in, but we're gonna look at like why did it fail, and what can we do for the next month, because it's still not under 200. It's all good though. Y'all don't realize like 5 pounds is heavy. It's water weight, but it's heavy. So yeah. The other day I left my earbuds in here. I remember I took them off on the live and ended up leaving them on the treadmill. I had to, like, once I left, I was actually like on the way back home and like realized, oh wait. No. So yeah. Hope y'all are having a good day. It's Friday. There's like nobody here today. It's crazy. It's like 5:30 on a Friday. Or no, 6 p.m. on a Friday. You'd think that the gym would be packed. No. Everybody's getting ready to go party. Or go out on the lake. I still haven't even gone to the lake yet. I'm not even that far away from it. And I've been here for a while, so. Hey AJ, hope you're having a good day. So yeah. Jeff actually, I think, gained weight, which is not good. So, which is for him, it's easier to lose weight anyways. It's all dependent on what you eat, and we've been eating like crap, so you can't really say, you know, if it's anything else other than our own decisions, you know what I mean? So, anyway, I hope y'all are losing weight vicariously through me, because I've already lost 30 calories while I've been talking to y'all. Which doesn't, it's not a lot. It seems like it's a lot, but it's not. The typical candy bar has like 210 calories in it. Ice cream, if you go by the serving, it's about the same, 250 calories. And that's just regular, that's not like per like actual serving. Not our serving, like half the bucket. If you actually want it by like the serving size or whatever, right? I don't think any of this stuff much longer is really going to matter. Like, if they don't do this whole thing with, like, the AI and the nanobots and stuff, none of this stuff's going to matter anymore. And we're going to look back and laugh at, like, all the things that we thought were requirements of life. None of it matters. Not none of it. A lot of it actually doesn't matter. A good portion of it doesn't. Like, for anybody who is like, I don't know, like retired or something like that, where you have like, all of a sudden now you have like all this free time, right? You get this like shack-wagon feeling, like you have to do something, because your body's used to doing whatever it was doing before, right? Plus finances. Usually people can't survive on a retirement anymore. So, you know, it's like, what do you do? actually should look into some of these like step apps that pay you to walk. And then you could put like a never-ending cyclical system on it. Automate that shit. You try to think of all these different ways of how to make money, right? Like TikTok is constantly like throwing us this information of like how to make money on it and stuff, and none of us are. None of us are. Hey Michael, evolved. So yeah, part of the unschooling. I guess this would be considered the gym section of unschooling, because it's the only time I work out. So, and that's sad. We don't really do anything or go anywhere, and this is the only time that I A, watch TV, and B, work out. So, but it's cool. You know, most of the people that are in here are pretty cool, so it's always a good thing. Hey Danny, DR. Hope you're having a good day. So today is Friday, and part of today, since I don't have my book in front of me, sorry guys. I'm glad I don't have my book in front of me. So Friday is vehicles and emergency situations. So for those of you who are trying to go for your driver's license, whatever area that you're in, look in your area and see what kind of things that are requirements in your area. I know for my area, I live in North Carolina, and for the DMV here, you have to go through like this series of things, right? So you have to have like insurance and stuff before you go for your license. You have to have an ID of some kind, and like there's other different requirements that are on the site. So for your area, go check that out. I do know for a fact that there are online handbooks for like the driving test, the computer tests, and stuff like that. So y'all go check that out too. Hey guys. I'm trying to think of what the age limit is. I think it's like 18, and then anything below that, especially, and this is something that for those of you who are considering homeschooling or unschooling, you have to know this. Each school district has their own set of like rules and stuff. So when you go for your license, if you're homeschooling, you have to be umbrellaed. So what that means is basically like the local schools allow you or your students to come to the school and do the test, right? There's other options that you can look at too. My child was looking at one of the options is where you pay for your own tutoring for your own classes between the ages of like, I think it's like 16 and 18. So it's about $400 in my area, so I can't imagine what it'd be like in yours. Okay, so DMV, for those of you who have access to a vehicle, try just sitting in the driver's seat for a little while and familiarizing yourself with the vehicle. Mind you, I'm an 80s baby. Every single one of the vehicles that I grew up with has nothing compared to what y'all have, okay? So if I try to tell you based off of one single set of rules, you're not going to be able to follow that. So you want to think driver's manual. Make sure that your vehicle always comes with one, as well as making sure that you have an emergency kit in the vehicle at all times. That doesn't just mean, oh, okay, in case my car breaks down. It means if I'm stuck in traffic. It means if I have an emergency situation that I drive through a city and all of a sudden I'm in the middle of a protest. Other kind of situations, like I said, as far as like your gym bag backup for emergency situations. If you don't have your gym bag, I don't bring it back with me anymore. But you can keep that gym bag with the essentials in there in your vehicle as a backup if you have to. If you don't have a gym bag, you always have the vehicle emergency situation to fall back on. When you're in the gym, Safety is a priority, always. But say, for example, you know, you're working out and it's dark. Now, mind you, it doesn't always have to be dark. It can be in the middle of broad daylight. You go to walk to your car, you're by yourself, right? Always walk the opposite aisle to your vehicle so you can see all around it as you're coming up to it, no matter where you're parked. Parking deck, parking lot, street around it as you're coming up to it, no matter where you're parked. Parking deck, parking lot, streets, all that stuff. So that way you can have that full view. Always have your keys in your hand, and on the key ring have some kind of safety thing. Whatever is allowed in your state or your country or whatever. Look up the local requirements for that too. From your tank. It's just not safe. Don't do that ever. So you gotta think some way to pay for gas. Some kind of hydration, some kind of snack. Definitely a paper map in case if you need backup to your GPS. Some kind of snack. Definitely a paper map in case if you need backup to your GPS. That's a little old school, by the way. Good luck finding one. And then I'm trying to think of or roadside assistance of some kind, whether it's in your insurance or not. Just remember it raises your rates. But you want to have jumper cables. Please, for the love of God, look up how to use jumper cables before you start using them. You can get killed. Okay? So don't do that. Let's see what else. Towel or blanket of some kind, depending on what weather. And you know, your basics, whatever you would normally have for emergency situation. I used to actually keep like baby wipes on hand because you know you can always make a mess doing something. And they actually work pretty good cleaning. You're probably not supposed to use them on your car, but I did. Didn't say much for my intelligence level, but you know what I mean. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. I think they actually came out with like interior car wipes or something like that. I don't know. You can check that out. Also, Amazon has a ton of stuff in it too that I like. Let's see what else. So we're thinking vehicle, education, learning how to drive, learning the inside of a vehicle, exterior of the vehicle, utilizing GPS before you leave the driveway. Trust me, it helps. Even if you're doing the same route that you do every single other day, just do it. You never know. Might help. Let's see what else. Oh, I am not a sponsor of, but highly, highly encourage something like OnStar. OnStar saved my life, and I'm very, very grateful to them. And so I could always promote them even though I'm not sponsored. So I know it is a subscription service, and I know a lot of us are kind of like cutting costs wherever we can. But let me tell you how quickly I needed that, and how I would have never gotten the help that I needed if I hadn't had that. So consider it for your kids, family members. You know, Christmas is coming, or whatever holiday that you celebrate. You know, it's something you don't think about it until you need it. You know what I mean? And then you're glad you had it. It's one of those things that it's more of an investment than a bill. Which anything you do for yourself really more so is an investment anyways. You know. So, let's see what else. Okay. Also, like I've said before, keeping up with your emergency contacts. Also, like if you go to the hospital or something like that, doctors. If you have in case of an emergency section in your phone, like on your lock screen, if you have any medical issues, put it on there. If you have any contacts directly, put it on there. Because like I said, you never know when you're going to need it, and you'd rather have it than not. And not everybody knows your lock screen number. You know what I mean? Like your code, whatever. So, hey guys, 4.0 incline, 15 minutes, 2.2 miles per hour, and heart rate is 124 beats per minute. So 132 calories burned so far on the stream. So yeah. I'm trying to think. So when you're doing, I don't know if this has been updated recently or not, like on the website, for those of you who are going for the computer test. My son said that they changed up, at least locally, they changed up the way that they do the tests now. Computer test. My son said that they changed up, at least locally, they changed up the way that they do the tests now. So, I don't know. I'll have to look it up, I guess, when I get back, like specifically what it is. But like I said, you guys are going to have to look in your areas. And I mean, look at local resources too. There might be something like, say for example, if you have an issue with your vehicle and that vehicle is a requirement for you to go back and forth to work, I think local services may be able to help with that up to a certain amount. Again, I guess it's based on availability. You have to look in your area, but I think that is available. So. Trying to think what else. Hope you are having a good day. Okay. So, parking lot. Another thing, like, say for example, if you're like working out later in the evening and you have to leave the gym, you can have one of the employees actually either, if they can't walk you out to your car, have them stand where they can see you walk to your car, because in that kind of scenario, a split second can save your life. You walk to your car, because in that kind of scenario, a split second can save your life. So having a backup set of eyes that don't rely on these cameras, guys. It's so hard to get access to these cameras in case of situations like that. I mean, I understand that, you know, police can do stuff, but it's hard to do in some places. Some of them are privatized and you have to like battle. So it's good to have another set of eyes on you, especially when there's like, you know, safety scenarios. It's just smart. Scenarios. It's just smart. You know, some people may think of it as like, ooh, cringe, but no. When you're in a situation like that, like I said, every second matters. So you always want to be safe rather than sorry. So yeah, there's like nobody in here today. It's crazy, and it's quiet. There's no music playing or nothing. I guess I can't get copyrighted if there ain't no sound. Oh Lord. Let's see what else. Okay, so vehicles and emergency situations. Like I said, as far as like, you know, the whole putting some kind of finances aside for gas for your vehicle, like I said, if you get stuck in traffic and it's hot outside, you gotta have your vehicle running, you know? And most of the time that's what eats up the gas in between, you know, exits and stuff like that when you're sitting in traffic, especially in the summertime itself. Forget it. So, you know, having that extra backup in case of emergencies, you know, kind of thing. I'm trying to think what else. You could keep a paper copy of your contacts too in that bag. I can think of that right now. I think I covered a good bit of information in a short amount of time there. I've only got a few minutes left anyways. Jeff's on that elliptical machine. That's the word I couldn't think of the other day. I was like, it's not a treadmill and it's not a Stairmaster. What is that damn thing called? So yeah. I'm I'm watching, like, I think it's like the X Games, and they're like snowboarding or skiing on some funny ramp thing. Yes. Some funny ramp thing. It's helping me because I'm sweating to death over here and I seem to feel cooler. Cold air by osmosis through the TV, right? Think cold thoughts when you're hot, right? I don't know, like, how much of a difference have you guys seen in the newer vehicles? I mean, I understand, like, the sensors and stuff like that. Maybe, like, the glass dash, like, you know, where it's all electronic. I don't know, do you guys have, like, I've never seen the inside of, like, a Tesla or anything like that, where they're mostly electronic. I could imagine, like, do they still have, like, a lock thing where you can pull it up so you don't get locked in? I would hope so. I would hope that would have been, like, the first thing they decided to make. Okay, so it's completely electric. How do we get out? So, that's what my first thought is. But I have not seen the insides of electric vehicles, so I can't really comment on that compared to, like, a traditional vehicle. I say traditional meaning, like, less buttons, less cameras, I don't know. Anything built before 2020 feels like. And I'm just sitting here thinking about, like, the whole AI advancement in most things, and, like, how much we've all evolved as a humanity, like, in technology from the time that I was a kid to now. I can't imagine. Like, I always talk to my grandparents about this. You know, like, I was like, y'all grew up in, like, the black and white era. How does it feel to have a smart TV? Like, what? The difference in technology their entire lives, like, was just insane to me. So I can't imagine what it's going to be like, you know, for me and my kids. It's going to be insane. I mean, as it is right now, there's going to be AI even in our refrigerators and our, like, air. Did you see the Dyson one that you could hook up to your phone? Like, it's a hair conditioner, like a hair thing, like air. Did you see the Dyson one that you could hook up to your phone? Like, it's a hair conditioner, like a hair thing. What? Why do you need to hook that up to your phone? It doesn't make any sense. It's like a hair dryer. Why would you need to hook that up to AI? So, you know, the movie Terminator, when all, like, the little machines, like, transformed and, like, started, like, attacking people. That's how I feel like everything is gonna be when it's still funny. Oh, did you also see, like, the lava printing machines at Iceland? I think it was Iceland or Norway. I can't remember which one it was. I want to say it's Iceland. Yeah, they just invented this thing because they have a lot of lava there, and they're gonna build cities with the lava. What? It's the same concept of concrete cities because it's the same material. It's the same concept of concrete cities because it's the same material. You know, the composite of it is the same. And so they're literally going to build cities with lava now. It's crazy. They have smart cities. Have you guys looked that up yet? What's else? What else did I see today? Nanobot technology being able to remove AIDS and cancer from cells now, which is super interesting. Scary, also, because if they could remove it, that means they could put it on there too. So, you know, I'm typically a conspiracy theorist naturally at heart, so I always look at more angles than one. And it's really great. I think technology is advancement. It's really awesome for like the science purposes of it, you know, for the betterment of humanity. But with every positive comes a negative, so just keep that in mind. I have a lot of hope for the future for all of us. Hope floats. So. I guess it'd be really cool if I could use those nanobots to clean up the ocean or the air, which, to be fair, those lava cities would help with the carbon here. I believe lava rock. It's either lava rock or coal. I can't remember. It takes out all the toxins of the air. Same thing as mushrooms. Have you guys seen any like new concept vehicles? I've seen some of them that like they'll take like air or water and they'll turn that into some kind of source for you to be able to use the vehicle. I don't know how slow it goes though. I remember back in the day. I remember back in the day they had a dude who was using grease from a local taco place. That was kind of funny. You definitely probably smell his car from a mile away. Literally. Let's see. I'm trying to go over all the stuff I saw today. Saw a tanker truck on fire. That was crazy. There's something else I want to tell you about that. Oh yeah, Space Hotel is being built next year. What else? I've been working for 27 minutes. 235 calories, 119 beats per minute at 4.0 incline and 2.2 miles per hour. And again, I don't know where that went. He's around here somewhere. There's not a lot of people in here, so it shouldn't be that hard to find them. Yeah. Unstable connection, yeah. I'm gonna take this down to 2. Let's see what else. I think I talked about, like, I think there's a streamer that uses her mind to control the games. She's got like, I call them a halo. But it's like a brain sensory device that allows you to use, you know, video games and stuff with your mind. I thought that was super cool. I've been waiting for that to come around. They can also record your dreams and play them back to you when you wake up. And they're currently trying to make it so you can actually control your dreams, but I don't think it's a good idea. You done? Okay. Alright, so slowing it down. I'm gonna get off the stream here in a minute, but I'm gonna show you guys my stats real quick. Turn this thing around real quick. And I'll stop. And there's my stats for today. Oh, this one. That. And I don't know what these other ones are, but y'all can have them. I don't know what they mean. So yeah, 245 calories. That's a candy bar and a half. So yeah, all right. Facing the ground because privacy policy. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And until I see you again, behave.